The original HyperX Cloud headsets were their first gaming headset, and it was a huge success. It had a sound signature similar to a $300 pair of high-end headphones. They had noise-canceling microphones, excellent build quality, and all for under $100 US. 2 years later, they've announced a brand new model, the Cloud Revolver. Julia from the future here. We forgot to film this part. We're doing a giveaway. So if you want to be one of the first people to own the HyperX Cloud Revolver headset, all you got to do is subscribe to us and leave a comment down below. We'll pick a winner after May 26th on Netlinked. So it'll be announced on Netlinked and as well as down in the description. So you can comment as many times as you like and make sure you subscribe to us for a chance to win. And this is a brand new one. You'll get your very own. Okay, back to old past Julia. So let's start with the specs. The Cloud Revolvers are a closed circummural headset which sits completely around your ears. They use 50mm drivers, have a frequency response of 12 Hz to 28,000 Hz, and impedance of 30 ohms. But Julia, what does it mean? Well, humans can generally hear from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. So if a headset has an extended range like the Revolvers, then it's a good sign that they produce good quality sound at both ends of the spectrum, bass and treble. And with an impedance of just 30 ohms, basically any device will drive these headphones pretty well, including your motherboard, smartphone, or even console. They'll work pretty much well on any device. As for amps, you probably won't see any improvements. We had Anthony test it out between his Yamaha mixer, a FIO, however you want to pronounce it, portable amp, an ASUS sound card, and his motherboard, and noticed zero differences. But your experience may vary since everyone has different ears. Moving on, the first physical thing you'll notice is that the traditional adjustable headband is now gone in favor of a new suspension type system. Some people like it, some people don't. It all depends on the shape of your head. For some, it may apply more pressure to the top of your head compared to previously since there's tension holding the whole thing together. It feels like sideways clamping pressure has also increased as well, but it's still very comfortable due to the bigger ear pads and the better articulation in the hinge. For me, I felt like it wasn't a matter of more or less pressure, but rather pressure in different areas. The Cloud 2s had more pressure at the top of the headband and the top of the ear cups, whereas the Revolvers have more pressure at the bottom of my ears by my jaw. The headset is slightly heavier now, weighing in at 376 grams versus the 350 from the Cloud 2s, but they feel about the same on. A common complaint with the original Clouds was that the ear cups were a bit too short and could still sit on your ear for some people. The Revolver's ear pads are much larger now and easily fit completely around your ears. The ear pads have also been upgraded to memory foam covered in leatherette. It would have been a nice option to have the velour ear cup since it offers a little bit more breathability, but unfortunately they are not interchangeable anymore. The 50mm drivers are actually smaller than the Clouds, but they're now angled for better soundstage. The ear cups are closed, but there are a few vents in the back to help improve the bass. For the most part, isolation is very good both ways. You don't hear much of your environment, and not much of your sound leaks out around you. The design on the outside almost looks like a lit up engine turbine, but don't worry, there aren't any LEDs in the headset. Or if you want the LEDs, sorry, there's no LEDs in the headset, it's just a glossy design. The noise cancelling microphone offers about the same quality, but you can be the judge of that. Normally we record audio using a Rode shotgun mic, but I'll use the headset's microphone for the rest of this paragraph. Note, I can barely hear myself, so I might be yelling. Instead of the old wire boom, it's now this rubbery thing. It looks a bit more futuristic, but offers slightly less flexibility since it likes to return to its original shape. It's still detachable, which is good, but I would have liked to see a hinge or something that you can easily rotate it out of the way instead of plugging it in and out, since that adds a lot of wear and tear and isn't something you can do very quickly all the time. Okay, back to the studio microphone. The standard model here comes with a 4-pole cable by default, which includes both audio and microphone, so you can actually take calls with this headset.
That's a lot of liters.
Oh, sorry, I have to take this, guys.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Sorry, it will only take 1 second.
Right. Seems like a bit of a process there.
Hello? Oh, hey, how are you? I'm good, thanks. Sorry guys, it'll just be 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, just because you can does not mean you should. For computer use, this headset comes with an extension cable that includes a control box that also splits the single 4-pole plug into separate headphone and microphone plugs. The control box can adjust headset volume and mute the microphone, but you don't get the microphone volume control anymore. We heard there's a 7.1 surround sound version coming out sometime soon, which should come with an inline USB sound card instead of just a control box. And finally, onto the sound quality. The most surprising part, actually. Keep in mind we are being very picky with the sound and paying attention for even the slightest differences. The Revolvers are not a direct upgrade from the Clouds. If anything, they're more of a side grade. First, the sound signature is much more V-shaped than before, meaning you get brighter highs and lower bass extensions. Subwoofer bass is amazing on these without overpowering everything else. The unfortunate downside is that you may lose a bit of mid-range, so vocals are not as smooth as they were before. Next, the soundstage is very wide for a closed headset, almost matching an open pair of headphones. In games, that means you can hear the exact direction anything is coming from, and in music, it feels like the instruments surround you completely. By contrast, headphones with a narrow soundstage make everything sound like they're coming from the center of your skull, an effect that's not very immersive. Finally, the treble is bright without being sibilant. That means that high notes are bright and exciting to listen to, even for long periods of time. Sometimes when headphones have too much treble, they can start to hiss or feel like they're piercing your skull, an effect that gets painful very quickly. In comparison, the original Cloud 1s and Cloud 2s were both very neutral. The entire audio spectrum was pretty even, so they were great for everything from dubstep to classical to explosions. The Revolvers, on the other hand, are definitely tailored for a gaming audience. Hip-hop and electronic music feels like you're sitting beside a subwoofer. You feel like you're inside movies and games. The downside of this, however, is that some genres, such as rock, can sound a bit hollow. The wide soundstage and recessed mids can make some genres feel like the singer is almost too far away and distant. Overall, the HyperX Cloud Revolver is a great new headset that offers high-end audiophile quality for just a fraction of the price. Just look at the leatherette covered suspension, and you don't usually get that on headphones that cost less than $300. And as comfortable as the suspension system is, it's also one thing we didn't like about the headset. It's made of one piece of steel frame, which is strong but makes the headset much bulkier. And it also causes a lot of noise. It's like a tuning fork. If you hit it the wrong way, it will resonate and ring in your ears very loudly, actually. Even if you don't touch it, sometimes the spring-loaded headband occasionally shifts due to tension, and it can cause some noise as well. It doesn't happen very often, but it is really noticeable when it does. This thing?
Deal breaker.
So, I don't know if you can hear this. I don't know. We tried, but it echoes. If you're on the fence on whether you should get the Revolvers or the Cloud 2s or 1s, then the best advice I can give you is go into a physical store and try them out. If not, they're always at events. HyperX is at all sorts of gaming events. Go try them out. Headsets are going to feel very different and sound very different for each person. They're both amazing in their own ways, so it all comes down to what features you find most important. The Clouds are a great all-purpose headset that's more portable and great for music, while the Revolvers are much larger and are great for long gaming sessions. The Revolvers are $120 US, just $20 more than the Cloud 2s. So personally, I found the Cloud 2s more comfortable for my head shape and wouldn't bother upgrading. But again, it's personal preference. Let me know what you think of the Cloud Revolvers and if you would upgrade if you already have the Cloud 2s. Leave a comment down below. Alright, that's it for the review on the HyperX Revolvers. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our other videos over here. And you can follow us on Twitter right over here. But as always, don't forget to like the video, comment for fans with benefits, and subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX.